There was a girl. She was 30 years high school student. She didn't get a good point in her first test. Her mother gets very angry and she scolded her to get a good point. She studied hard for a whole day and finally she got a good point. And that night she was founded that state and she left a note that do you satisfied?
And the story what I'm telling you is from famous webtoon 마음의 소리. 뭐야 이거? 왜 이러지? 이런. The older brother is Jun and the younger is Seok, who live together. Jun loves cats and feeds a cat, but Seok isn't much interested in them and just doesn't dislike Jun's cat. And one day, Seok is home alone but the cat. He's ready for dinner, then he received the...
Hi, my name is Donghyun. I'd like to talk today about topic 5, sea level rise and global warming. First, I talk about global warming. Global warming is the gradual rise in the Earth's temperature that caused by high levels of carbon dioxide and other gases in the atmosphere. Global warming may cause ice in the North and South poles to melt. As a result, the melted ice will cause sea levels to rise. Look at the figure 6, the North Star 3, page 172. This is a map of areas at risk from sea level rise. In this map, the red areas means places that will be underwater after 6 meter sea level rise. There are much areas that places that colored red, particularly the West Australia, Papua New Guinea is big. In addition, Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, China, Malaysia, Indonesia, all colored red. There are many Southeast Asian nations. Besides, you can't find the map. Other places exist that places affected by 6 meter rise. Amsterdam, the Netherlands, London in England, New York in America, Lagos in Nigeria.
Ms. Kim Min-ji. I would like to talk about annual greenhouse gas emissions. Look at the chart. Greenhouse gas is comprised of about 72% carbon dioxide and 18% methane and 9% nitrous oxide. Almost 1/5 of greenhouse gases are emitted by power stations. Power stations making lots of carbon dioxide rank first in greenhouse gas emissions because most of them use fossil fuels to produce electricity and fossil fuels make carbon dioxide too much. Industrial processes hold the second rank. They are also the main culprit of carbon dioxide emission, but power stations and industrial processes emit little methane and nitrous oxide. The main cause of methane and nitrous oxide is agricultural byproducts. It's because many of chemical fertilizer produce nitrous oxide and methane. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Park Jong-gil. I will talk about climate change, and I'd like to talk today about the sea level rise and global warming. This image shows sea level trend. This picture indicated sea level rising from 1993 to 2010. Sea level was raised around all over the world except some areas. White color means no sea level rising. Orange, red, and violet color means sea level was raised. And blue and dark violet indicate the sea level was dropped. So the color of this picture is generally orange and red. In this picture, the sea of Southeast Asia rised very much. This sea level rise around 9 mm per year. But West Sea of Middle America is different. In this picture, each color is blue sky. In this sea level was dropped rather than rising. But generally, this picture looks orange. So average of sea level change is about 3 mm per year during 1993 to 2010 for all over the world. This is because of global warming. Sea level is rising because global warming makes to melt glaciers in poles day by day. Thank you.
Enter. Even though it's enter.
Enter? What enter? Keyboard? Thank you. Hi, my name is Dongju Kim and I would like to talk about topic 1, global CO2 emissions. As you look at the first chart on your book page number 169, you can see the order of CO2 emissions of top 5 countries. The first is USA, second is China, and third is Russia, and so on. Why it shows this order? One of the main reasons is area of country. If there are vast area, of course there are a lot of people and maybe a lot of buildings, houses, and driveway when the country can afford it. And each of them emit a fair amount of CO2. So the top 3 countries in CO2 emissions are same as the top 3 countries in land size. But it isn't correct order. Then what about Russia, the world's largest country, which is third CO2 emissions? That's because Russia's land size is big, but only small fraction of land is available for living or development. And USA is smaller than China, but as you can see in the second chart, the personal CO2 emissions of USA is a lot larger than those of China.
The end?
Yes.
어떻게 넘겨야지?
Hi, my name is Kang Soo-in. I'm going to talk about global warming and sea level rise. Firstly, let's see what global warming means. This is what global warming means and why global warming is so serious problem. That's because global warming causes the glaciers to melt and finally sea level to rise. As you can see the graph showing the sea level change, there are three parts. One is estimates of the past, and the second is instrumental record, and third is projection of the future. Firstly, look at the estimates of the past. The black part increases slowly, but the area is minus. This means sea level goes down. And let's see instrumental record. The red part increases faster than the first part, but mostly the part is in minus area. Now look at the projections of the future. The blue part increases deeply and are plus area. This means the sea level is going up and up. If the melting goes on, some cities will disappear. The end. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Kim Min-gyu. My major is Chemical Biotechnology. I'd like to talk about global carbon dioxide emission. Let's see this presentation. This country size forget this Korean. This country's size is different comparing with our common sense. That size means how many carbon dioxide emission in country. The largest country emission country is USA. Different point of view, it is so ashamed that the Berkeley first powerful nation bad things created really big. So seriously notable things is in spite of EU country number. EU country number is 25 countries. USA larger than EU's whole emission. And China also comparable with the EU because China is steadily developing. This country's emission is so big. India is similar reason to China. And the fourth emission is Russia, and the fifth is Japan, and the other country. And the other country is so small, and so this country is ignored. One of these problem solutions is that because this list of countries is mostly powerful nation, they must get noblesse oblige, and rather than forcing developing country to stop carbon dioxide emission, do first actively. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Sung-sik and my presentation Greenhouse Effect and Climate Change start. First page shows natural greenhouse effect and human enhanced greenhouse effect. Natural greenhouse has only national carbon footprint, and this atmosphere passes through more radiated heat and less re-emitted heat. On the other hand, human enhanced greenhouse effect has both personal carbon footprint and national carbon footprint. So there are many greenhouse gases in atmosphere, so more re-emitted heat and less heat escapes into space. And next page shows percentage of greenhouse gases. Percentage of carbon dioxide is 77% and percentage of methane is 15%, and percentage of nitrous oxide is 7%. Next page shows climate change from 1850 century to 2000 century. This graph shows gradual increase. We see climate is increased in previous page. So consequence of climate change is global warming, and global warming causes damaging storms and so on. Thank you for listening.
Hello, my name is Shin Eun-sop. I'll start my presentation about relation of global CO2 concentration and mean temperature. Look at above graph. This is graph of CO2 concentration and mean temperature in global. Red dot line is CO2 concentration graph and blue line is mean temperature graph. It shows that CO2 concentration has been increasing since 18th century. With the increase of CO2, Earth's mean temperature is increasing. Because CO2 causes greenhouse effect in Earth, so Earth suffers global warming recently. As a result, glacier of North Pole is melt and water level becomes high. Also, it causes strange climate change here and there. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Dahwan Choi. Let's look at topic 4. Purple line shows weather-related disaster, for example, flood and windstorm. And red line shows earthquakes. Purple line steeply increase, red line slightly increase.